And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with the legendary Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Last game for the Bucks, they picked up the W against the Trailblazers at Moda Center. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. Shaq, we see some physical play. We know the league's trying to cut down on the hard fouls and some of that stuff. Does that ever make you laugh because you've been in some pretty rough games with some pretty tough customers?
Yes, I played against the likes of Charles Oakley and Rick Mahorn. Charles Oakley was a guy that was undersized, but when he fouled you, you felt it 2 weeks after. And not only did he foul you on one play, he fouled you every play, every time, every series, all the time.
So you would feel that probably days after the game was played, huh?
I'm still feeling it now, Ernie.
Did you have some folks feeling your influence on the game? The guys who said, "Oh man, Shaq really got a hold of me last night."
Yeah, I had to touch up a few people.
Yeah? Anybody in particular?
Can't name, Ernie.
Oh, I know why.
You know the phrase.
Yes, I do know the phrase. And here it is. Let's get it out to Kevin Harlan.
The crowd is assembled here at the Bradley Center, looking for the Bucks in downtown Milwaukee. The Wizards here looking to pick up one game on the road before returning back to Washington. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have the work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
Well, I think for Washington, their season hasn't been great and it hasn't been terrible. It's been fairly pedestrian. A few times it's looked like they're about to turn the corner, but they just haven't been able to sustain that winning momentum.
And I'm not quite sure why that is, because I think they've got the talent to be among the league leaders, but it looks to me like it's not going to happen for them this year.
So look at the starters for the Wizards. Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. Smith is out there with Gortat, and it's Wall in at the point guard position.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Knight kicks to Parker. A floater, no good. And Washington the other way now. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And I thought the key was their ability to stretch the defense. They got hot from behind that three-point line, and that really gave them the margin they needed.
Yeah, that's right. It opened up things for them in a huge way. The defense was never able to get comfortable.
Wizards on D. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it was a big loss. Pretty much pure domination. And I thought the key was the rebounding total. I mean, it was ugly. They were completely dominated on the glass. That's going to have to improve tonight.
Now, here's Green. That is good. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
Nice touch near the hoop.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. They've had a tough time against this team, losing both of their games against them this season. He said they're really tough to deal with because of their intelligence and execution offensively. You've got to play mistake-free basketball to get the upper hand. And so far, we haven't been able to do that. Guys, let's see if tonight's any different.
Thank you, Doris. It all sounds like a very solid plan given the shooters they have to contend with here, guys.
Yeah, he's aware of what their strength is, and he knows that they need to focus on stopping those guys.
Or at least limiting the damage they can do, Steve. Make it tough for them. Don't give them any easy opportunities. That, to me, might be a more realistic goal.
Knight with it. He's picked up by Wall. A shot by Knight, no good. Steve said it. They were atrocious on the glass when they last met. What do they need to do, Clark, to change that in this game?
Well, a couple of things. One, they need more bodies in the paint. I mean, you got to have more bodies in the paint. Then you've got to be ready to box out. They left one or two guys on an island down there, and you can't do that. That's not going to work.
I'll tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Wizards trail by 5. Smith with a screen on Knight. Parker with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Knight leading the charge. And now here comes Wall leading the break. The feed to Gortat. Pass to Smith. And he gets it to go. Smith's got his first bucket of the night.
Sloppy defense there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Well, when he does, that's an automatic bucket.
Sanders sets the screen for Knight. Right wing. It's Parker with the drive. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, it's a big bonus when you get effective outside shooting from your big men like these guys over the past 10 games. Josh Smith on top.
You know, he has such a phenomenal touch from long range for a player at any position. Forget about just among the big men.
And that's what makes him so hard to guard, Steve, his ability to play the inside game or the outside game. I like him being kind of like reversible clothing. We're just not used to seeing players who can do that.
And that one falls for Parker. And Parker drops them both.
We're seeing the Wizards unable to defend against Parker.
Already with 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Now here's Porter. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Wall, and that one is hammered home. That could give him a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Boy, he can power those down.
Baseline try. The rebound by the Bucks. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And they really got after it defensively throughout that entire game. All the turnovers they forced tell that story.
Yeah, and that was a major factor, Steve. I mean, the more turnovers they cause, the more they seem to rattle those guys.
Now Wall. After Jabari Parker missed from long range. And it's Smith missing.
I tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
It's Parker with the drive.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Look at Milwaukee. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out Washington. Just need to take it a game at a time.
Well, right now for the Bucks, there's always one Cinderella team in the NBA each year, it seems. And this year, it looks like they're it.
Yeah, for sure. But I know they don't like to hear that talk, Clark, because they'll tell you that they thought they were going to be good from day one.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Parker with it. 10 points for him. Green kicks to Sanders. Double team on Parker. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. From down low. 4 seconds left. Here's Green. Tries it again. Here's Sanders. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Wall. Knight against Gortat. The drive by Green, and that one's good. Green's got his second bucket of the night. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points. Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And the Bucks with some changes. Henson's checked in for Sanders. And the machine subbed in for Green. Pass to Webster. And that one's good. Webster's got his first basket of the night.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Number 1. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
Here's Parker. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland. Here's Henson. Goes up again. Kicks tonight. Launches a three. Here's the machine. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Bucks rank in the league stats. 4th in steals, 6th in blocks, and they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
The key really to me out of all those numbers, Clark, is the steals, because that's become their identity defensively. They're a real ball-hawking team. They like to get out and put pressure on the offense, force mistakes, and when they do that, they're tough to stop in transition.
Jay's checked in for Antetokounmpo.
They're showing that they're the aggressors. I mean, doing a good job of drawing fouls and getting to the foul line, attacking the paint area.
Pierce with the screen on Parker. Here's Brooks. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Now here's Parker. 10 points for him. Pass to Knight from past the arc. And that one's good. Knight's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Bucks.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. And here is Parker, averaging 18 points a game. There's the pass to the machine. 6 on the shot clock. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Bucks lead by 12.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning the timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Holiday's checked in, and Cole's subbed in for Brandon Knight.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. I mean, just getting physical. Like, it feels like they've got every rebound, Clark.
And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. Well, you look at Brooks, second in the NBA, so great from the line. And, of course, Brandon Knight.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league. And that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
Yeah, that is typically where we find a lot of the top foul shooters in the league, quite honestly. But that doesn't mean we should take these guys for granted now. I mean, they put in an enormous amount of work to get to that level.
Now here's Pierce. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Cole. He feeds it to Holiday. Dishes it to Henson. Stolen by Pierce. He kicks to Brooks. With 1 on the clock. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Bucks lead by 10. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Tune in this Friday night, February 26th. The Milwaukee Bucks take on the Phoenix Suns. Make sure to catch it.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Bucks, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Now, the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done 2 things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscles down low.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Then it's Gortat. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Now here is Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. All with it, and it's Ensign picking him up. Holiday against Gortat. 6 to shoot. Now here's Beal. He had 28 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end. Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Here's Cole after marching Gortat's bucket. Cole the pass to the machine. He dishes it to Henson. No one near him. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got his first points of the night.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now here's Wall. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And you take a look at the statistics. This club is shooting 74% as a team.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Sanders checked in for Milwaukee. Green comes in for the machine. And a switcher also for Washington. Smith has checked in. Bucks leading by 8. Here's Cole, averaging 6 points per contest, and the wide-open shot from Green sinks the three-pointer. Green's got 7 points.
Boy, that was a strong pick by Sanders.
Washington calls timeout.
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancers. There you go, fans. That was your Bucks dancer. One more time. Let him hear it.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. And Wall. Here we go now. Can't get it to fall.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Now here's Wall. He has 6. Here's Gortat. The shot is off. Good D by Sanders. To the wing right side. Holiday with it. Now Beal defending. The shot by Holiday, no good. Wizards trail by 11. Beal dishes to Gortat. Now Porter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up the baby hook, and Gortat gets it to go in on the assist from Beal. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And Cole kicks to Holiday. Into Green. And the rejection by Gortat. They get it back. Sanders' shot is off. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
In a moment here now to see the numbers for John Wall. Lately, he's been untouchable. He's been in the zone. You see how his performances match up. Averaging 17 points per game, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. And the numbers are pretty outstanding. I mean, we've come to expect it from him.
Well, he always impresses, Steve, with the work ethic, stamina, consistency. It's what the best players strive for and produce.
Now here's Beal. Following the missed shot by Larry Sanders. The Wizards have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one at the line is good. Milwaukee making a switch here. And both free throws good for Beal.
In the second quarter, they've had the right approach. Very aggressive, driving, drawing contact, and creating opportunities at the free throw line.
Well, you know, if other things aren't working for you, Steve, getting to the foul line can be a good place to start to turn it around.
Knocks it loose. And here we go. Here's Wall and the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it feels like it's either a dunk or a foul and a couple of free throws every possession.
And Washington has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. Another one falls for Washington.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Knight kicks to Parker. Sanders sets the screen for Parker. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. In fourth, the Bucks.
And I think a lot of it has to do with their defensive schemes, guys, because they rotate beautifully and somebody is always there to protect the basket.
Wizards trail by 5. Smith with a screen on Knight. And Wall kicks to Smith. Rebounded by the Bucks. Sanders has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Wall against Knight, and Wall. Here we go now. That's good.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Bucks leading by 5. Knight with it. We saw him with 29 points last game. Green with a screen for Parker. Off the screen, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
Now here's Wall. 12 points for him. Wizards passing it around. Porter, no luck.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Parker, here we go. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target with his 3. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Beal. Larry Sanders grabs the miss. Sanders has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Unloads from 13. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Bucks have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. That free throw, no good. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Pierce has checked in for Gortat. Webster comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Garrett Temple has checked in for Beal. And Brooks subbed in for John Wall. He hits the second from the line. The Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Temple. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Launches it. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Brooks.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Knight kicks to Parker. Back to Knight. No luck. Excellent D there from Pierce.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Well, where does Aaron Brooks rank with his numbers around the league? Let's take a look. 6th in free throw percentage. And he's been locked in from behind the arc, guys. He's in the top 20 in the NBA in three-point field goal percentage.
Steve, you mentioned his top 10 free throw percentage. I mean, it's really a strong part of his game, and he's the kind of guy that if you're defending him, you don't want to foul him. Make him earn him from the field. Don't send him to the line.
Now, here is Knight. He's got 6. Green with a screen on Brooks. Here's Knight. The shot misses. And the Wizards now going the other way. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And he gets it to go. Knight's got 8 points.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Brooks with it. And it's Knight picking him up. Pierce with the screen on Knight. Off target from three-point range. Milwaukee leading by 5. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Brooks against Knight. Brooks the pass to Webster. The fader. Knight grabs the board. Knight's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's the dish to Green. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Sanders kicks to Antetokounmpo. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. 44 seconds left now here in the second.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And a miss there off the inbound.
Well, I think they've lost their aggressiveness a little bit. They're not getting fouled and going to the line.
Well, you know, that's an excellent point you make there, Steve, but we got to be careful not to nitpick here. I mean, they do still have the lead, and that's an advantage they'd be wise to continue to press forward on.
Brooks. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Brooks has got 5 points now this quarter. Bucks leading by 5. And here is Parker. 15 points in the game. Knight for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
And here's Brooks from outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That 3 cut the deficit going into halftime. They're not going away.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. Bucks ahead. They're up by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with John Wall. And, John, you're really lighting it up out there with your jump shot. What is the reason behind shooting it more as opposed to driving it more?
Oh, I'm just trying to do whatever defense give me. They're giving me my jump shot right now, and I'm in a good rhythm. You see if they help me, I'm looking to pass my teammates. I'm not going to try to force the issue. If I got the shot, I got to take, I'm going to do it. I know my team need me to do more tonight, and that's what I want to do. If I want to be a max player and franchise player, I got to take my team along with me. That's what I'm trying to do.
John, thank you. Kevin, he can hurt you either way.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You know, Jabari Parker has been exceptional here today, guys.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Wizards trail by 5. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. We've got Parker. Sanders is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 spot. Now here's Wall. 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Sanders.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
And the Wizards with possession. Wall attacking. Good. Wall's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Wizards.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And that one's good. Parker's got 17.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Knight against Wall. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Bucks leading by 3. Feeds it to Parker. The jump hook. Tries again. Cannot hit. Borja with the defensive effort.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Sanders with the steal. Here's Green. Now the feed to Knight. Fires the 3. Shot is off. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Now here's Beal, averaging 16 points a game. Here's Smith, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Smith's got his second basket of the game. Parker outside. And Sanders, here we go, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. His message to them was all about getting high percentage shots and having the crisp ball movement on the perimeter that it takes to get those shots. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Holiday attacking, and that one's good. And now a 5-point Bucks lead.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And again, Washington no good.
He's killing it with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now. Great work getting in the shooter's face and then getting back to the boards to grab the rebound.
Now here's Wall. 14 points for him. Second chance shot, and it's finished off inside by Gortat. Gortat's got 10 points in the game.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Here's Cole. Right side Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Holiday with another miss.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. In fourth, the Wizards.
Yeah, they've been on a defensive tear lately, allowing so few points, and I think it's the energy with which they play.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And I also like the penetration. I mean, they're getting into the paint. They're getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
Good on both. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Cole. Outside Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. Buries the long-range jumper. Cole's got his second bucket of the night.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Outside Wall. Pass to Porter. Kicks it to Beal. Fires the three. That's good. Beal's got 9 points.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Cole. He's got 5. Holiday dishes to Henson. Gortat with the steal. Left side, Wall. And it's Gortat. That time on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Washington trailing. Right side Wall. Beal with a screen for Wall. Pass to Beal. And Norris Cole's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Danny Granger is checked in for Milwaukee. For the Wizards. So it's the Wizards now. They double up Pierce. 6 to shoot. Temple the pass to Brooks. No good with the triple.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Brooks gets the rebound. The Wizards have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Brooks has got it all tied up now for the Wizards. Here's Cole. Brooks covering. Shoots. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Good ball move. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Wizards have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Here's Cole. Brooks covering. 1:41 left in the 3rd. And Washington called for the foul. Gortat's checked in for Garrett Temple. 1:39 left in the third. And it's Cole missing. Washington's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. The drive by Brooks. And Gortat kicks to Webster. Shot clock at 6.
Taking a look back over the last month, let's see how Washington stacked up in the NBA ranking. 4th in three-point field goal percentage, 4th in opponent points per game, and they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And what jumps out at me, Clark, is the three-point percentage that you talked about. This is a team that you have to defend all over the floor, and it becomes such a task defensively when you have to cover out to the three-point line, because now it opens up passing and driving lanes inside.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And both free throws good for Brooks.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Here's Knight, and he uses the glass on the way. Knight's got 15 points.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Brooks with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Brooks against Knight. Brooks dishes to Webster. This one for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Sanders has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Knight for 3. Washington with the rebound. Brooks outside. Outside Pierce. Wizards passing it around. By Green. Good D by Sanders.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rejected by Pierce. Brooks with no one around. Can't get it to fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Wizards lead by 1. And we'll get it going after this from the Bradley Center.
On tap Monday, February 22nd, James Harden and the Houston Rockets take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers. Don't miss it.
The Bucks trail. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. Then it's Wall. Then it's Gortat. It's Parker with the drive. Breaks it off the glass. Parker's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Milwaukee.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Gortat with the screen for Wall. Passes it to Beal. Wall against Knight. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Porter, no luck.
Textbook defending there. He didn't give him an inch of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, great footwork and terrific positioning, Clark. Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Shooting for Milwaukee, Jabari Parker.
And he makes the first. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Washington. That one misses.
Now they should be looking at a three-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Wall attacking. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Well, how about John Wall in this one? 16 points and also 3 nice steals. Good contributions for him offensively with the assist and also making some nice steals.
You're right, Clark. He's been equal parts creative and disruptive.
Now, here is Knight. Sanders with a screen on Wall. Parker with a clean look. The shot is off.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Parker after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Antetokounmpo passes to Green. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
And Wall. Here we go now. That's blocked. Here's Parker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Jabari Parker. 2 shots.
And Parker drops them both. The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. It's Wall with the drive. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Green with a screen for Knight. And the pass to Green. Misses off the left iron.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Smith with it. Now Green defending. Porter kicks to Wall. Knight against Porter. Clock at 6. Wall. And he gets it to go. Wall's got 19 points.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Knight kicks to Parker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First one falls for him.
Shooting for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker. 2 shots.
And Parker drops them both. Wizards leading by 3. Smith left side. It's stolen by Green. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
The Wizards have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. It's Wall with the drive. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Yeah, 6 lead changes so far. So which team can come up with that big play you're talking about, Clark? That's going to be interesting. A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Now Knight. He feeds it to Parker. The leaner. A second chance effort. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting for Milwaukee. Larry Sanders. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Sanders. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Miss at the line might stick in his craw for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead. Boy, look at the rebound totals. He is absolutely dominating out there.
Boy, that's been something to watch. My goodness.
And that one's good.
Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Covered by Parker. Wall. Gortat trying to break loose. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist from Beal. Bucks shooting 43% from the floor. Parker with it. Sanders with a screen on Beal. Parker outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. Gortat's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Free throw good. Porter. John Henson's checked in for Sanders. And Porter drops them both. Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Henson sets a screen for Knight. Parker with a clean look. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Beal dishes to Smith. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Parker passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Beal with it, and it's Knight picking him up. And the shot is good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
He's got the touch they needed here as this one goes down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. He's 4 for 4, and he knows he needs every basket. I would look for them to continue to get the ball in his hands.
And Gortat kicks to Smith. Here's Beal. Here's Gortat. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Gortat's got 6 in the quarter.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Henson, that's good. The assist that time for Knight. Knight's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
Here is Wall, following the score by John Henson. Parker against Porter. Parker drives in, and it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
One shot.
The Wizards have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Here's Wall. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Wow, what a throwdown.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in. Say, put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Shooting for Washington.
First free throw is good. And so John Wall nails both of them.
How big was that? And he's just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Henson sets a screen for Knight. Out to the wing. Antetokounmpo dishes to Green. Boom, he jams it straight down. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the deep continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game. Not a close game like this.
You know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Here's Wall following the bucket by the Bucks. And Gortat kicks to Beal. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. A shot by Knight, no good.
Can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Wall passes to Beal. Dishes to Smith. And Wall kicks to Porter. Feeds it to Beal. A 3-ball. They get the rebound. And that one's good by Gortat.
And at this stage of the game, that offensive rebound and putback is enormous. I mean, that feels like a 4-point swing.
1:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Double team on Parker. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Big mistake. You just can't turn it over in that situation, Kevin.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Smith with it. With the shot. Here's Gortat. And 3 chances on that possession. But they just couldn't find a way to score. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Knight with a screen on Smith. Back to Knight. Lock at 6. Parker with it. Now Smith defending.
Still a chance, but they've got to score here.
Yeah, every possession is necessary.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Parker dishes to Green. Here's Antetokounmpo. It falls!
Big bucket. They got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open 3.
And the Wizards with possession. It's Wall with the drive. Oh, no good.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the chart.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. It's Parker outside. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And we'll get it going after this from the Bradley Center. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Draymond Green is out there with John Henson. Then there's Parker. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Knight in the point guard. Now, here is Knight. Josh Smith unable to get his shot to go. Nobody near Parker. And it's off from three-point range. Washington shooting here about 46% for the game. Green with the block. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Antetokounmpo's got the first basket here in overtime for Milwaukee. Washington trailing. All with it. And it's Knight picking him up. And Wall kicks to Smith and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. The Bucks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Henson sets a screen for Knight. Buries it from three-point range. And it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Beal. Lets a floater go. Here's Gortat. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Gortat's got 24. And that's a foul. Called on Bradley Beal. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
That could have major consequences, Kevin. With this game still in question, it's really a tough time to lose.
And the Wizards making a change here. Webster's checked in. That's tipped. Antetokounmpo passes to Parker. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. There's the block. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Green against Porter. 6 to shoot. Back to Gortat. A jump hook. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Parker dishes to Antetokounmpo. Right for 3. And the Bucks miss again.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Now here's Webster. Here's Wall. And he gets it to go. Wall's got 25 points.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Henson in the post. Gortat covering. The shot's good from Henson. Huge shot there, and the crowd, Clark, knows it.
Complete euphoria there, Kevin. They're going crazy.
You talk about some happy people, man. These fans are fired up.
Now here's Wall. Into Smith. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
There's not a whole lot you can do to stop Josh Smith when he's on like he is now.
Henson sets a screen for Knight. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Off target from downtown. The Wizards have gone a shade under 50% for the floor here in overtime. They've hit 3 of 7. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Just under 3.5 minutes played in the extra period here. Knight kicks to Antetokounmpo. Now the dish to Parker. Yes!
Defender a little hesitant off the resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Washington calls timeout. They trail by 3. 27 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Here's Webster. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Gortat with a screen on Knight. And Wall. Here we go now. Here's Porter. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And they're getting that reach way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
Here's Wall. The Wizards with another miss. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. Clark, what a game.
Yeah, they kept their cool, stayed with the game plan, and that's why they came out on top.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Jabari Parker.